Frames, pixels, narratives. Melee is a prison of endless possibilities. I am.
Hugs 86.
Follow me and ponder the question. What if?
Aliens have come to the Earth. You have a $15 budget. Who do you send to fight the aliens in a 5v5 crew battle? That's what we're going to be discussing today. Tafo killed it with this. Where did he ever come up with the idea of aliens going up against humans? Tafo engagement farming from your boy, and then I'm engagement farming back? Yes, that's right. I made a video a long time ago where I said if aliens challenge the Earth in Melee, who would I pick as my ultimate champion? But see, back then it was just one. Now, we're doing an entire roster. We have 5 players to pick and a $15 budget. The first question we gotta ask ourselves is, how good are the aliens? Right? Now, does it affect our answer? I think it does. If you knew exactly how good the aliens were, or you knew what their playstyle was like, then it could affect your team, right? So for the purpose of this exercise, we're going to assume that we know absolutely nothing about the alien skill or playstyle. And all we know is that the entirety of the planet is at risk, so we have to do our best without this information. You know what I'm saying? If their squad was filled with a bunch of floaties, then I'm not fucking around here. Like, we send in Wizzy, we send in Johnny, and we send in None, and we fuck their shit up. You know what I mean? We send in some Juan de Bedima, right? He's gonna camp their shit out. They're fucked, right? If we knew this, but we don't. And let's be real, chat. If aliens came to the planet, I said it before on my BuzzFeed interview. If an alien race comes to the planet to challenge the world in Melee, and I am the Earth's champion, and I cannot beat these aliens, then the Earth doesn't deserve to exist, all right? They got us. They are too good. You're going to tell me that this planet just learned how to play Melee, the most complex game of all time, and they just get to fuck up Hugs in his prime? Like, we're done, chat. Like, we're done. Fuck it, all right? Earth, we deserve it. We're gone. In reality, the reason I say that is because they're very likely just awful. Like, there's, like, I don't care if you're an advanced race, right? You could be a genius race. Like, let's say your average IQ is like 250. You're not going to be good at Melee. Where's your tech skill? Now, granted, you probably learn the game a lot faster, right? In like 8 months, you're as good as Wizrobe, maybe, okay? But they need people like Wizrobe to teach them, right? They need the experience, okay? Now, maybe they've studied VODs, right? But that doesn't teach you everything. And Fizzy lives here on planet Earth. He didn't give them Slippy. And even if they could practice, there's no other good players on that planet. How are they going to get good? Just look at Europe. So we have a $15 budget. The bottom part of my list, a part of me wants to pick Ginger because Ginger is extremely solid. Now we have Magi. So the reason I'm going with Magi is specifically for this. So I think Magi is good enough for sure. And I think she's reliable enough to play at her best. But the main reason I'm going with her over the other two is she fits the squad based on the rest of my picks. And then lastly, she is so hype and such a like nasty player that I think that if there is a chance that this alien race is hostile, they would have to put some respect on her name if she disrespects them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she goes for the craziest shit, which she will do, she can't help herself. The alien race just can't be like, oh, you camped us. Oh, we're going to destroy your planet. Blows up the White House and shit. They can't do that, right? They got utterly washed. Like, yeah, maybe they got outplayed and, like, grinded out by Hungrybox if I pick him on my team, right? And they might be pissed and they're salty, but then they lose to Magi. They're like, damn, you know what? We're not on the level. I think we're just going to have to go back home. So, like, it gives us the additional flashy factor that I think saves the planet on top of just this battle. I would never pick Bobby Big Balls on this team. I do not care if that man makes it into the top 5 of all time. As long as he still plays the way he plays, I cannot trust the fate of the planet on Chicken Man. I just can't, chat. I can't. Would you? Press 1 if you would. But we move on to our second row. And like I said, spoiler, I do have one person in each row, and that does perfectly add up to 15. I don't know what their legality is. Okay, so if their legality is boxes are allowed, I still don't know if I put Pipsqueak into it, okay? He comes from Sweden, and just like as a nation, they're not very tribal. You know what I'm saying? Like when's the last time they won a gold medal at the Olympics? You know what I mean? Like, but you put in the USA, we're extremely proud, right? We all grew up with this sense of individuality, right? That when we find other people that we can unite with as a tribe, we go crazy. So I feel like, look, like I'm probably picking a couple of Americans. Okay, look, I hope that's not like nationalistic. I don't know. Look, I mean, we're just going to have the sauce. Okay, like we want to kill things, right? Like we're violent. We suck, but that's good for this scenario. Here you need us. We're stupidly loyal to our country. We like want to defend our own. And we're violent, so I'm gonna go with like a U.S. person, okay? Fiction would be a great pick, and I'm gonna be real with you here. I'll just tell you right now. He is my current favorite player. The only reason I'm not picking Fiction has nothing to do with Fiction. And it has everything to do with what I've seen from this man in crew battles. I think Johnny is one of the best crew battle players of all time. It's not just because he is so good. It's because his playstyle, his character, his aggression, you need time to adjust to that. You can't just run into this man and know what to do. This is the hardest row, for sure. I think this is the hardest. If I didn't get to choose, if it was somebody else who got to choose, and they're like, for our third roster player, like let's say it's Tafo, right? So let me talk like Tafo really quick. For our third roster, look, anyways, so if there was somebody else who picked this lineup, and then they go, for our third selection, we are picking Aklo, I am not gonna be mad. If they're like, we pick Moki, I'm not mad. Kadoran, I am not mad. Are you kidding? Like, I'm happy. Axe, I am so happy. So we're getting to the part on the list where I think everybody's a good pick. Everybody's a great pick. I want to say Laud. So I'm going to say Laud over Kadoran for sure. Because Kadoran is offering me similar things as Laud is. But I really want a Peach on my lineup. So I want a Peach real badly. I really want a Peach because I think Peach is just a really solid character. Honestly, this $3 pick to me, the Peach pick, it's my Toxapex, right? It's my Amoonguss. It is my anchor. It is my defensive pivot. Johnny is Galarian Darmanitan, okay? Johnny is this guy. Johnny is Galarian Darmanitan. Guerrilla tactics, crazy offense, good speed. That's Johnny for sure. Definitely frail, but goddamn he's going to hit hard. He's going to wreck your team. Just needs the right support. We got to pick a $4 slot. So let's start with Slug. I think that Slug is a solid pick, but the way that Slug got top 10 and then just kind of quit to go live his life and just go be a beautiful man who probably hooks up with countless women or has a wife, I don't know. I feel like he's just too cool that he might not care that much. I don't want cool people on my team. I want very uncool people. I want people that struggle with society and are looking for acceptance. I want incels. I'm just kidding. I don't want incels. I want people who have never had sex. I don't want just the cream of the crop of society, okay? They just got too much going for them. They don't care. Slug literally quit the moment he got top 10 because he just wanted to know that he could, and then he did, and then he just moved on with his life, and he continues to be a very handsome, muscular, tall white man. What does he need in this world? He doesn't need anything. He's got it all. So he could just let the world die. Who cares? He's gotten everything out of it. I can't have that on my squad. I need celibacy. Plup! We got Plup now. So Plup is an amazing pick. I think we're at the point where everyone's an amazing pick. Plup also has character diversity, so he could pick anybody that we need. I would argue that Plup is possibly like my number 1 or 2 pick. The only thing that I'm unsure of with Plup, sometimes I've seen him get mad while he's playing, and I'm not sure like how these aliens are. What if literally all 5 of them are Ice Climber players and they all wobble? Can I rely on Wizzy for that? Yeah. Can I rely on Lod for that? Yeah. Can I rely on Johnny for that? Yeah. Can I rely on Magi for that? No. Absolutely not. All right, now we got Leffen. So I will go ahead and say this straight up. No warm up into this comment. No build up. There is no fucking world where I would pick Leffen for this crew battle. I don't know. Absolutely not. No fucking way. I do not care if he ends up getting ranked number 1 in the world. I am not picking Leffen. Like, if the aliens just even so slightly pick rules that are just slightly off kilter, right? If the aliens are just like, you know what, we're doing a 7-minute timer, Leffen's gonna lose his fucking shit and go to Twitter, and I am not going to be able to rely on Leffen. Right? He's gonna be like, what's the point? What's the point? These rules are dog shit. Fuck the earth, right? This isn't an individual thing. This is a whole team. And if he's out here bitching, I know that Johnny's going to be like, why are you being a pussy? And then he's going to get upset, right? And I don't want Johnny upset. I want him in a good mood, right? He's not good for the team dynamic. Why are you being such a fucking pussy? Just fucking play. That's what Johnny would say. And I just can't have that, right? Johnny is a very important part of this team. I need him to perform. I cannot have people on the team that are going to upset Johnny. I need the team to cater to Johnny. Okay, because he is my ace in the hole. He is my Galarian Darmanitan, and I need him to wreck shit. Hungrybox would be a great pick, okay, because he is the clutch god. Okay, this is a man who does extremely well under pressure. In fact, probably better under pressure than most people. The pop-off would be tilting to the alien race. I don't care if like they don't fully understand it. They have to be evolved enough to challenge us in melee. Therefore, they are evolved enough to understand the anger and rage one feels when facing a Hungrybox pop-off, right? They're going to see it and they're going to be mad. And can you imagine? So, like, Hungrybox, like, let's be real here. He loves attention, right? He loves it. He craves it. So imagine him having the opportunity to beat an entire alien race and win it for the entire planet of Earth. Can you imagine him in that scenario? He's gonna kill it. He's gonna be great. Yeah! Like, he is going to die with the pop-off. Like, it is literally the culmination of all pop-offs. Every pop-off from Hungrybox scales up. This is the end game. He's going to die in his pop-off, and it's going to be glorious. It's going to be crazy. It's going to blow all our minds. There will be statues in every city for Hungrybox, and he will love that shit. He's going to check himself out on the projector screen that's facing the whole planet. He's going to do all of that. The aliens are going to be so mad. They're not going to know how to deal with Hungrybox. We already know how to deal with Hungrybox. They're fucked. They're eternally fucked. And he's Clutch God, so I could also use him as an anchor. I could use him as the lead. I could use him as a counter pick. Hungrybox, I think it has to be Hungrybox. Zane, extremely solid. If they play a Spacey, they are eternally fucked. If they play a floaty that he's familiar with, they are eternally fucked. If they play Pikachus, then maybe it's like somewhat of a struggle, but honestly, He's been playing with goddamn Axe. There's no shot that their Pikachus do anything to this man. He's gonna fucking kill him. He's gonna be great. Now we got Jmook. I'd say the peaks are slightly, ever so slightly lower, but maybe even not. Maybe all the peaks and all the benefits are just as good as Zane without the drawbacks of a clutch factor. But then again, hold on. I gotta think about this. Has Jmook's clutch factor been tested? I don't think so either. I think he's in the same boat where he's just better than a lot of people. But while Amsa is great, I do not think that the rest of the team can support the inclusion of a Yoshi. So I would say that I am not including Amsa on my list, on my roster. All right, so now we're with Mango. Okay, the GOAT. While his weakness is that he's not always the most consistent, it's kind of like a motivation factor a lot of the times. I think we're putting him in a situation where he gets the absolute best motivation possible. Cody is an amazing pick, okay? As you can see, we do not have a Fox pick on this crew battle. Cody is insanely good. Cody is not just really good, but he's also flowcharted most matchups to an insane degree where he knows what to do in every fucking scenario, right? I just want to emphasize how insane and valuable it is to have a player that plays the best character in the game, that wins every matchup, except for possibly one, and that one matchup, Cody already destroys it, and whoever their Marth is going to get fucking smoked. That's a huge, huge advantage. So, with that being said, I got 4 players on the $5 mark that I would pick for this crew battle. Like, if we're talking captain, Mango's got it. In terms of, like, captain, leader, who you want to play for, I think Mango kills that shit. Now, it's a little weird with Hungrybox, because they both have, like, conflicting egos. But I think in the end, I think Hungrybox would be down to defer to Mango, as long as Hungrybox gets his, like, eternal pop-off, right? Like, he's going to get his moment, so he doesn't care. He would let Mango, like just kind of, like, run shit. Team morale is huge in a crew battle like this. So, like, think about Johnny, right? Why did I say that I wouldn't include Leffen? Because Leffen would be on Twitter bitching about the fact that the aliens wanted to make it a 7-minute timer, and then Johnny would just be like, dude, stop being a fucking bitch. Just fucking play the game. Right? He would just be fucking pissed. And then we got an upset Johnny who's not going to play at his best. But if Mango's the captain, Johnny's going to be a killer. Johnny's going to be fine. Magi is going to be fine. Laud doesn't care. I think Laud doesn't give a fuck who the captain is. He's fine. Right? Which is great. That's why I have him here. He's just like the epitome of solid. I don't have to worry about Laud at all. I do not think that Johnny listens to Cody the way he would listen to Mango. Charisma matters in crew battles. It really does. You want to motivate your team. And for that reason alone, and I know it sounds like a cop-out because he's one of my best friends, but I swear to you, I originally had Zane, and I swear to you, as I thought about it, I had Cody on my list, like he was the guy, but then I thought about the charisma factor. I thought about the matchup factor first, and I recognized that we cover, like, maybe a slight advantage to Cody in the matchup factor. But in the end, I think charisma is extremely important in leading the crew. So, my final pick, the $5 slot / captain slot. Now, granted, somebody might lead the crew battle's decisions, but you also need your best player to be, like, a part of it. And, like, so, like, let me captain this crew. I'm going to yell at Mango. I'm like, Mango, don't fucking go to the bar. You gotta fucking talk to your team. Mango, literally, your whole family, my family, we will all die. Can you fucking do this shit? And then he'll listen to me. I could tell Mango. He would listen to me. Okay? And then he will motivate the rest of the team. There's clutch factor, there's skill factor, all of that. I think this is the best possible squad in my opinion. This is the one. I think this is the one.